There's the favored man himself, Miss Ashton's beau and intended.
But don't worry, Billy. Ashton has a good many callers, but there isn't one who has gotten her to accept. Courage.
Well done, Virgilia.
And warmly, too. My word's not something I take lightly, George. You should know that.
Miss Virgilia. Galen DeVere, your servant. May I have the signal honor of this dance?
It would be my pleasure, Mr. DeVere.
Well, she is the soul of charm, so far.
And knowing her, that's what worries me.
One moment, sweet Ashton. Gentlemen, these long and studious faces, is there no mirth extant? You, gentlemen, young Lochinvals and North, are you availing yourself sufficiently of our decadent southern delights?
We dance and drink a good deal up north, too, you know.
In court the ladies as well, I suppose. The essential liberties, long may they prevail,
I think it's safe to say all Americans are in favor of that.
Yes, but some of us would go to greater lengths than others to defend.
Huntoon obviously has some rather definite views on states' rights, Billy.
Definite, somewhat prickly from the northern point of vantage.
That's so.
Well, perhaps not prickly, merely logical. In the matter of the basic freedoms, such as that private property, for example.
Universally respected, as far as I know.
Under the states' rights doctrine, the holding of slaves is a matter to be decided by the sovereign states themselves, rather than an overreaching, power-hungry, and I must say it, a meddling federal government.
Yes, sir, that's wrong. Slaves are human beings, not things, not private property.
Well, then you best read the Constitution. I quote from the 10th Amendment of that revered document. The power is not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states and the people thereof. Take a look into it, my northern friend.
You seem very quiet, Madeline.
Am I? I'm sorry, I've forgotten my manners.
No, your manners are impeccable. It's your spirit I'm talking about. I know a man who suffers much the same way you do.
Are there others like me? That's the tragedy of feeling sorry for oneself. It obliterates one's sympathies for others.
Very clever, Madeline. But you needn't be with me. I'm your friend, and I'm his friend, too.
My, now, aren't you two the pair? Are you proposing already, Forbes?
Well, I guess you could say that in a way, Miss Ashton. What I proposed was...
Forbes has invited me to the races, Ashton, to see his stallion win.
Oh, how exciting. I just love stallions. They're so wild and violent and powerful.
Then you'd love Cannonade. I rode him over today. He's in your stable.
Oh, Forbes, do take me to see him right this minute. I want to see him up close. I want to touch him.
Well, I suppose I could. Miss Brett?
No, thank you, Forbes. I'll wait and see him at the races. You and Ashton go.
Let's hurry, Forbes. I want to see that stallion. Maybe I'll ride him.
In that dress.
I suppose I could take it off.
Very dense in that swamp of politics.
You're lucky to get away from that crowd with both your temper and your honor intact.
Well, for the most part, I'm a lover, not a fighter. At least at parties. Good evening, Ashton. Why is your cousin so cold to me?
You're determined to get burned, are you?
If I can't take Ashton away from James Huntoon, then I don't deserve her.
You're missing something that would be a lot better for you. Breath. She's a darling. And she's capable of loving. That's a faculty Lady Ashton does not possess. One in 10,000, Billy. I know her. Will you excuse me?
Thank you, Lord. Amen.
Ow! Stop it! I'm gonna... I got it!
Frighten you, Missy?
Right, no. Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
Well, there's no reason to apologize. I mean, it's absolutely fine and I'm all right. You're...
Grady. Coachman for Mr. Huntoon.
Well, I'm Virgilia Grady. Hazard. I am Virgilia Hazard.
It's been my pleasure, ma'am.
You love me, Forbes?
Yes, I think I do.
You are such a man, Forbes, more than I dreamed of.
Even if I decide I have to marry James for the power and all, I will still want you.
Thank you.
Ready?
Yes.
It's been so nice being with you these last few days, Billy.
I feel the same way. I'm beginning to wish I'd never have to leave. Can you believe that? I do like you, Brad. I do.
Billy.
Brad.
Damn you!
For what? For knowing what you are?
You don't care for Bed. You're just trying to punish me because you don't understand.
Ashton, I understand what I saw.
Do you? Then you know that he's more of a man than you'll ever be. You had your chance, Billy. You just weren't man enough to take it. But you deserve Brad, your babies, both of you.
Jillian, we best ride on home now. Storm is coming on.
Oh, no, Cuffy, I don't want to go home. This is exciting.
Mr. Ori, he be mad with me. You got wet cocoa.
I can handle Mr. Ori. Have you worked for him long?
Yes, sir. Him and his daddy, Mr. Tiller, before him.
Are you happy? Being a slave to people no better than yourself? They're only human, Cuffy, as you are.
Well, I don't like it. Well, I got to do what I'm told.
But why? We're all equal, Cuffy. Men and women, black and white. Nobody's any better or any worse than anyone else.
Miss, we got to go home. Got to go home. This rain is fixing to come down heavy.
Do you want to escape, Cuffy? Do you want to run away north? Because if you do, I'll help you today.
Go on, miss. Don't talk like that. All I want to do is get you all home safe and sound. That's all I want to do.
All right. I'll race you. What happened?
Wheels done busted. Mr. Huntoon and his party took the horses and rode on for home.
Cuffy, how far is Mount Royal?
Oh, a couple hours yet, miss. Maybe more in this storm.
You ride on. Tell Mr. George that I'm safe and I'm staying here in this coach until the rain stops.
I don't like to do that, miss. Supposing he blamed me for leaving you.
He won't. Just tell him I was tired of getting wet and couldn't go any further. I sent you to tell them I was all right. Go on now. I'll be all right.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Grady.
You remember?
Come inside with me. I want to talk to you.
What you want to talk to a slave about?
You have pride, Grady. You don't seem like a slave. I want to be your friend.
There ain't no white lady in Carolina. Friend to a man like me.
I'm from the North. And we hate slavery. I belong to an organization that helps escaped slaves start new lives. As free men.
Free. I think on it all the time. The risk.
It's worth it, Grady. It is at any risk.
Saying you wants to help me?
Yes. And I'll do anything to prove you can trust me. That I accept you as an equal.
You wants to lay with me, don't you? 'Cause I'm something different.
Don't flatter yourself.
Who knows what they do to me? Just for touching you?
I won't let them punish you, Grady. Never.
I don't believe in never. About a mile down, off the track, there's this old barn. They won't be coming back for you till morning.
Won't they wonder why we didn't just stay here?
No, man. Door's done busted. Water be coming in the coach.
But Cuffy, he'll remember.
He won't say nothing. He knows me. Sure. He wants this. Doing this just for you. Because you wants it. I do it because I wanted to.
Grady, where's Miss Virginia?
Inside. She'd be fine, sir.
Thank God. I guess you couldn't stay with the carriage the way it was?
No, sir. But I knew you'd be coming. Knowed you'd find us here.
Virginia? Are you all right?
Thank heavens you're safe.
Safe, yes. And hungry. George, you certainly took your time getting here.
Yes, well, Grady is a good nigger. Just the boy to have at your back in a time of need.
Well, I simply cannot thank you enough for him, Mr. Huntoon. I assure you he made a distressing situation into almost a pleasure.
I've never understood what people have against a good personal servant myself. I find it no different than any other amenity. And a slave is more loyal than a hireling.
Believes that.
It is true, I swear. Did you talk to the man from Charleston?
Steamer puts out tomorrow night for Philadelphia. He can stow me away on it for more money than all I'm worth.
Here. This is all the money that I have. Will it be enough?
That's more than...
Never mind. You'll need it now. Can you read this?
I taught myself. 1221 State Street, Philadelphia.
It's a safe house run by friends. Quakers. Now go quickly. I'll be with you soon.
Take that away, Rachel. A dish of strawberries would suit me just fine.
Aren't you feeling well this morning, Ashton?
Since the Hazards have come to visit, I've all but lost my appetite.
Would you care to explain yourself, sister?
Why, Brother Ori, I meant no offense. It's just that with the excitement and all, I've no interest in food.
James, welcome. Join us, please.
This is not a social call, sir. Are you aware that one of my slaves has run off?
We did hear Grady was missing.
As much as I hate to say it, sir, I find it more than a coincidence that a slave who never showed the slightest sign of dissatisfaction should decide to run off while y'all are entertaining visitors from up north.
Just what are you suggesting, Huntoon?
I am not suggesting, sir. I'll say it straight over. Did you help my slave escape, Miss Hazard?
Just a minute, Mr. Huntoon. You're addressing my sister.
Yes, I am, sir. Please be kind enough to let her answer.
Virgilia, I suggest that you and I retire upstairs.
I think that's an excellent idea.
No. Mr. Huntoon has come here for an answer, and I'm afraid he won't leave until he gets one.
Then tell him that it's not true.
If one of his prisoners escapes, Stanley, then I wish that man all the luck in the world.
That's not an answer, Miss Hazard.
Nor do you deserve one. Until you give us reason for your suspicion. A good reason.
On the night of the storm, this lady spent the entire night in the sole company of my nigger Grady. Something no southern white woman would ever admit to doing. Even though she did claim that he was guarding her.
Are you calling my sister a liar?
James, tell them.
Are you?
Ashton,
Then I'll do it. The other night when James was here, Virgilia was with Grady in the cotton dock. I saw them.
Ashton, sit down. Daughter, this is one time. I think you'd better speak up.
Now, what were the two of you doing in the cotton dock, Virgilia? Were you showing him the path to Freedom Road?
And what else did you show him? Did you bed with him to show your sympathy for his unfortunate situation? I'd expect that of an abolitionist whore!
You pompous windbag.
Billy! Leave my house, James, now.
Not until he gets an answer. I did help Grady escape, Mr. Huntoon.
I knew it.
Virgilia.
You see him as a nigger! And I see him as a man who deserves to be free. One day you'll all understand what's about to happen here. And when you do, God help you.
That woman conspired to rob me, and her brother assaulted me. I demand satisfaction. My seconds will call.
There will be no dueling.
Why not? I'll kill that custard-faced son of a...
Billy, that's enough!
James, come on before he does kill you.
I just knew that sister of yours would do something as unspeakably vile as this.
It is no fault of mine.
Oh, George, I'm so sorry.
I want to apologize. Good God, man, it is too late for that now. There's no greater crime down here than stealing another man's slave, and that's just what your sister did by helping Grady escape.
Yes, but you know, Virgilia, she...
When that fool Huntoon gets the word around, there will be hell to pay, George. You'd all better be leaving for Charleston today.
We'll be gone within the hour.
Now, don't you worry about Billy. We'll keep an eye on him for you.
Mr. Hazard, sir, you've already taken advantage of my brother's hospitality. Don't think you can take advantage of my sister's.
Ori, you know that I regret any trouble that's been caused, that I never intended for...
George, I think it best we don't visit each other for a while. At least until my neighbors forget about what happened.
Oh, I doubt that your neighbors will ever understand or forget, Ori.
Virgilia was wrong in her methods, but she was doing what she thought was right. Goodbye, Ori.
George, Goodbye.
Oh.
Uncle John.
I knew he was feeling poorly, Miss Madeline, but he wouldn't let me do nothing for him. He wouldn't even let me send for you till now. The doctor, he say your daddy is dying. Miss Madeline, your daddy is dying.
Take hold of yourself.
Yeah.
I'm going upstairs now.
You'll be wanting me to come with you, Miss Madeline?
No, Mom Sally, you stay there with Uncle John.
It's me, Madeline.
You look so much like your mother.
Hush now. Save your strength for getting better.
My sweet Madeline, we both know I'm not going to get better. We had a beautiful marriage, your mother and I. I wanted a marriage like that for you. But I know now I did you a terrible wrong.
You did what you thought was right for me.
I took Ori's letters so that you would agree to marry Justin.
I know. And I forgave you a long time ago for that.
There is something else I have to tell you.
No, don't try and talk anymore.
About your mother. Well, Lorette made me swear I will never tell you. Mother's skin was fair, like yours. But Lorette's grandmother, your great-grandmother, was a negress, a slave.
If my mother didn't want you to tell me, why are you breaking your promise and telling me now?
To protect you. I don't want you hurt. The wrong people ever find out the truth.
and use it against you.
Papa, who else knows? Papa! Papa! I love you. I love you.
He is with your mother now, child. Nothing more you can do.
You knew about my mother. Why didn't you tell me?
It was the way your folk wanted it. When you was little, it made me worry. What would happen if someone found out? But no one ever did. And now we know. You and me, and that's all.
Justin, if he ever found...
If he found out, you know what he'd do? Plantation owner marrying a nigger. And that's the way he will think of your child. You best remember that or he will kill you.
Grady, you would be doing a great service. I guarantee you that nothing is as potent in persuading the public to the evils of slavery as the testimony of a man who has endured it.
I don't know, Mrs. Steele. It's dangerous. What if some slave catcher from Carolina got wind of it?
I understand your concern. Well, only you can answer that question, of course.
We're not interested. You don't want the truth. You want some watered-down version of it.
The Pennsylvania Anti-Slavery Society wants the strongest possible condemnation of slavery. All we ask is that there be no appeal for violent uprisings in the South. That kind of talk frightens many people. Whites and free blacks that would otherwise support our cause. And if I may be quite blunt, cost us a lot of money they would otherwise donate, out of which, of course, you would get paid.
My husband and I will not prostitute ourselves for a few pieces of silver.
Please, listen to this. I strongly believe that both of you can be of use to the abolition. Everyone in our society does not agree with me. It's taken a great deal of time to convince everyone to extend this invitation, and I doubt that it will be repeated. Your beliefs are considered among some to be extreme.
At least we live by our beliefs, Mr. Steele.
Look at you, Mr. Steele. Dressed so fine. Hobnobbing with those whites who dabble at politics. Makes it easier to forget how it really is for your own kind. Why, you're no more a free man than I am. Can I ask you? You read this?
Of course. Everyone in the society has read it.
So you still believe that talking and making speeches gonna get rid of what's described in Uncle Tom's Cabin? The whoopings, the cruelties?
Mrs. Stowe's book and our speeches will bring attention to these matters. And that's the way the society wants it.
Then slavery never be abolished by the likes of you.
It must die bathed in fire and blood. And when other Northerners read this book, they'll think so too.
No. Look, any move towards violence will only lead to prolonged suffering, to increasing acts of repressions that I'm afraid I'm wasting my time.
Yassa? You is.
I pray that your way does not prevail.
Get out.
Cold is cutting through me like a knife. Could you put some more wood in the oven, Jillian?
There isn't any more wood. When the fire dies, we'll just crawl into the blankets again.
Not fit for pigs.
Grady, it's not your fault that you lost the job at the docks. There are hundreds of men out of work right now.
You bought me my freedom. And this is what Why in God's name did you ever marry me?
Because I love you. You're the only man I ever wanted. We share the same fight. We're at war, you and I. Not with each other, but with the rest of them outside these walls.
Men like Still don't seem to know there is a war.
Still and his kind surrendered a long time ago. But there are others who share our beliefs. Our kind of abolition. And after your people are freed, after we've punished the South for all they've done, then we will deal with Still and his people. Every man and woman who opposed us in our struggle.
Anything wrong?
Or some mail came today.
And you didn't get a letter from Billy. Now, Brett, you know that they run cadets ragged at the point. He and Charles don't even have time to breathe, much less write.
Well, I did get a letter from Billy.
Well, then what?
This came too. It was sent to the whole family. There was no card or letter. Just a postmark from Philadelphia.
You don't know anyone there?
Yeah, Billy wrote that his sister was living there with Grady.
This is trash. I'm gonna burn it.
Ori, I read some of it. It scared me. This woman wrote horrible things about us. What if people up north believe them?
Brett, this book was written by a Northerner. She based it on reports from abolitionists and escaped slaves. She never even bothered to come down here and find out if any of it was true.
George and Constance and Billy, they know that we're not like that, don't they?
Oh, of course they do, Brett. They understand.
But Ori, you didn't understand.
What?
When Virginia helped Grady leave.
Go home, Brett.
They all look so young. Don't they, Ori?
Wasn't that long ago when you and I marched on that field. Now it's Charles and Billy.
Best friends, just like we were.
Isn't it handsome? They all are. Especially that one.
I meant Billy.
I know who you meant. Although I don't understand what you see in that boy when there's so many men available.
Billy is the man for me.
Then I suppose you'll have to settle for whomever comes along, not being possessed with the same adventurous spirit as myself.
And I'm sure your betrothed just adores that side of your nature.
James Hunter, that sod.
Ashton?
There's only one thing about him I find attractive. He has a brilliant future in politics. And politics, my dear sister, is where the power is.
But you do love him, don't you?
Don't be ridiculous. I couldn't possibly love just one man. Think how disappointed the rest of them would be.
Ready? 2.
Battalion! Company! For the good of the service! For the good of the service! Dismissed! Hoorah!
Things haven't really changed all Mark that much, have they?
Not at all.
Hello. Here they are. George. Congratulations, Billy. Thank you. We couldn't be more proud of you.
Mother.
Billy.
Constance, thank you for coming.
Billy, Miles, congratulations on your assignment.
Thank you. Thank you. I'd like you all to meet Miles Woodward, second lieutenant, classmate, and friend.
Well?
Ori Μέιν?
You're being sent on assignment so soon, son. We thought we'd at least have you at home for a while.
Well, I've been assigned to staff duty at the Engineer Corps headquarters in Washington.
Is that safe?
Yes.
It's the best assignment Billy could have been given, Mother, and one of the safest.
The engineers aren't even allowed to carry weapons, Mrs. Hazard.
That's right. The Army's leaving the fighting to men like Charles.
Then the two of you won't be serving together.
No, ma'am, I'm afraid not. The Army's sending me about as far away as they can, to Texas. 2nd Cavalry, that's right.
Texas? Why, that's the end of the earth. Nothing down there except heat, dust, and red Indians.
Texans and Spaniards and the best mounted regiment in the Army.
Robert E. Lee's in command of the 2nd, Charles. He must have liked the way you sat a horse.
Better than how I stood in class. In fact, if it weren't for Billy, I probably wouldn't have gotten through it. But I do hear Lee thinks Texas is beautiful and that it keeps a garden and a pet rattlesnake. I think I'll do the same. Ladies, George and I will now show you where we used to live.
Yes, by all means.
Pleasure to meet you.
Goodbye, Miles.
I always thought you were a little crazy, Charles. But I guess that's why I like you so much.
Oh, and here I thought it was because I'm Billy Hazard's best friend.
An unpleasant association that I won't hold against you.
I'm truly grateful to you.
I got all your letters. I must have read each one at least a dozen times.
Writing kept me from missing you too much.
Why, Billy Hazard, aren't you even going to say hello to me?
Hello, Ashton.
Well, that's not much of a proper greeting. Here. Why, Brett, honey, what are you getting all excited about? Billy's like a brother to me. Now, there's no harm in kissing one's relations now, is there?
Right.
Billy Hazard, you're not going to run away from me again, are you?
As far as I can get.
That'll never be far enough, sweet Billy.
Well, you're a wonderful dancer. I'll have to brush up on my dancing for the next ball. How about here? I love you, Brett. So much.
I love you too. But am I the girl you really want? Or is Ashton?
Brett, it's you. It's you. I can't imagine what it'd be like not to love you. Would you do me the honor of becoming my wife?
Yes.
What is this old place, anyway?
It's the chemistry lab. You said you wanted to go someplace private.
But it certainly is that. What is that smell? Yankee perfume?
That's the brimstone. We mix gunpowder here.
How exciting.
It will be. I promise.
You Yankee boys are all alike. Thinking y'all got something special. Something we Southern gals ain't never seen before. Whenever we buy new slaves, the overseer strips them naked. To make sure they're healthy. I used to hide in the barn and watch. Especially when we bought male slaves.
You like it, don't you?
Now that all depends on the man.
Well, I haven't had any complaints so far. If you're as good as you taste, I'll give you a little souvenir for a night to remember. All the little girls want a souvenir of West Point.
So that's what all the little girls want. this little girl wants more.
Promotion's very slow, so we'll sing our reminiscences of Benny Havens, oh. Benny Havens, oh, Benny Havens, oh. We'll sing our reminiscences of Benny Havens, oh. May the army be augmented, promotion be less slow. May our country in her hour of need be ready for the foe. May we find a soldier's resting place beneath the soldier's blow, and place enough beside our graves.
Just like the old days, isn't it, Ori?
Only this time we don't have to worry about getting caught.
And place enough beside our graves for Benny Havens.
George.
I've missed you, old friend. 2 years is a long time. And don't you tell me how busy you've been at the mill. I know that what Virgilia and Grady did...
George, I feel that I let you down in that. But what Virgilia did was wrong. But it wasn't your fault. I should have told you that then or written you.
It's important that you're telling me now. When we were at the point together, you told me that in order to remain friends, we couldn't talk about our differences. Well, we've got to talk about them, Ori. As much as we can. I think a wedding might help our two families.
Whose?
Well, I know they're a little young, but... Billy asked me to talk to you about Brett. He wants to court her, and he'd like your approval.
I can't give it. Not now, anyway.
Why not? Billy's a fine young man with a good head on his shoulders.
George, you don't need to point out Billy's attributes. I mean, there is no one I would rather see my sister married to. I mean, they're on flirtation walk right now with my blessing.
Then I don't understand your reluctance to a possible marriage.
Secession talk is starting up all over again. I mean, when Carolina failed for the second time in '52, I thought it was over, but it didn't. Thanks to the abolitionists in Uncle Tom's Cabin, the North now believes that the South is full of Simon Legrees. We're not gonna be left with any choice, George. You said so yourself. And now I believe it too.
But secession talk didn't stop me from becoming partners with you, and I don't see why I should stop Brett and Billy.
I'll think about it, George. A Southern girl being married to a Northern officer. What would their life be like?
I've always hoped that the North and South could find a way to solve their differences. And seeing that out there today, watching that parade, made me think that they could.
Now, you know that I am basically in favor of the marriage. But I just need a little more time to be sure.
Here's the friendship, Ori.
Here's to it.
How you feeling now, honey?
Good. But I could be better.
Well, I'm a little tired right now. But I do have some friends who'd be mighty grateful to keep you occupied for a while.
These other boys, are they like you?
Amateurs, but willing to learn.
What I meant was, are they friends of Billy Hazard?
Well, I guess so.
Will you just make sure that they are? Because his friends are the only ones I want. Including you.
She was really something, wasn't she? Oh, the Hellcat nearly killed me. And I got scratch marks on my back to prove it. And she's got her collection of gold buttons. Right.
Whoa. Take care, Woodward.
Evening, Maine.
You better learn to watch that flank at all times. Could prove to be a downfall in battle.
Well, that all depends upon who's sneaking up behind me. Whether they're an enemy or a friend.
Just consider yourself lucky this time, friend.
You better get back to court.
Before you go, I'd like to ask you a question. Have any of you seen my cousin Ashton tonight? I've been sent to find her.
No, sir. Not since the parade.
What about you, Woodward? You were her escort at the dance. Where is she?
Right where I left her. Said she wanted to be alone for a while.
Did something happen? Is she all right? What have you done to her?
Nothing she didn't want done. Go ahead, Maine. But that won't change a thing. That won't change what happened, nor what she is.
I'm warning you, both of you. If you tell a soul about what you've done tonight, I'll find you. And God help you when I do.
So soon. I didn't think you had any more buttons to give me, Miles. Charles. What are you doing here?
Ori sent me to find you.
And so you have. How clever of you.
Your friends made it easy for me. Seems they left quite a trail.
I'm so ashamed. I believed them to be gentlemen, men of honor. And they took advantage of my innocence. I begged them not to tell you. I knew what you'd do if you found out. Oh, Charles, you must swear to me you won't seek revenge. I couldn't bear the thought of you dying in a duel to protect my lost honor.
Finish getting dressed.
You know me better than anyone, Cousin Charles. And you want me. I know you do.
Don't shame our family any more than you already have.
I don't give a damn about the family. But you do, don't you, Charles? That's why you keep our little secret. Because if the truth were known, it would destroy dear brother Ori, humiliate Mother, and ruin any chance of marriage between Brett and Billy Hazard.
The family would survive despite your indiscretions.
Shall we take the risk? Give these to Billy Hazard. I made sure his friends gave me tokens of their esteem. I'm only sorry he doesn't have any more friends.
Why are you so sad today?
been having dreams about my father.
You must miss him very much.
Yes, I do. But these dreams are nightmares about something he told me before he died. And they frighten me.
What? Tell me.
I've wanted to for a long time. You know, my mother died when I was born. And I never knew anything about her family. My father told me they quarreled with her over marrying him. Oh, but that wasn't true. The truth is, her grandmother, my great-grandmother, came here from Africa on a slave ship. So to most people, my skin might as well be coal black.
Madeline, look at me. I am not most people. I'm the man who loves you, remember? The same way that your father must have loved your mother. Is that what frightened you? That I wouldn't understand? I love you.
But the real nightmare is just in finding out that he's trying to kill me.
You can't go on this way. I am gonna take you away from here for good.
We've argued this before.
You had never told me this before. You're right. If Justin ever found out, he would kill you.
You can't leave Monroe.
It is not as important to me as your life. Don't you understand? You mean more to me than anything else in the world.
All right, I'll go with you. When?
Well, we have to get some things together. 3 days from now, you meet me here, and you tell no one, not even Mom Sally.
I have to.
No, no one.
I have to. I won't go without her.
All right. You can tell her, but absolutely no one else. What is it?
Where will we go?
North. It's our only choice.
I didn't know anyone else to turn to or trust. I can't go to Ori or Mother or Brett. There's no one but you. You will help me, Madeline, won't you?
I can't until you tell me what's happened.
A few months ago, I placed my trust and love to the hands of a young man. And now I find myself in serious trouble, all because of one night's indiscretion.
I see.
I've been just about out of my wits with worry. You know, I'm supposed to marry James Huntoon this spring.
Does he know you're carrying his child?
No. He's not the father. It was a boy I hardly knew. I met him at West Port on graduation night. I was overcome with emotion. I don't even know where he's been sent. I know it was sinful, but must I be punished? Have my whole life ruined and lose the only man I'll ever love, and I do love James so very much.
And I understand that you don't want the child.
But I can't have it. It's impossible, don't you see?
Madeline, I know that we've never really had a chance to become very close, even though I have felt a real kinship to you. And everyone speaks so well of you, especially my brother. Well, that's why I dared to come and beg you for help. Can't you give me the name of someone I can turn to? I know that there are people in the Low Country who help a girl in trouble. Please, Madeline. I will help you, Ashton. But I can't condone what you're willing to do. But I don't believe that it's right to ruin so many lives because of one night of passion. There's a woman, Aunt Belnine. She lives back in the marshes. She said I could call on her if ever I needed her help. But you can't go there alone. It wouldn't be safe. I'll have to go with you.
Bless you, Madeline. You are the gift.
It'll have to be done tomorrow. And Ashton, no one must ever know for both our sakes. Do you understand? Something you can give her. She's in such pain.
It will pass. Let her be now. Follow me.
Mom, Sally, you stay with Miss Ashton. I'll be just outside.
I want you to know I'm doing this for you, not her. That girl mistreats her people. There's an evil streak running through her blood.
I know. But I couldn't refuse. She had no one else to help her.
Don't make it a habit of risking your hide for her kind. She'll just turn against you. Even despise you for knowing her dark secret.
I don't believe that.
Never let her know you have a secret or two of your own.
You're talking crazy, Aunt Val.
You best be warned, eh? And pour about half of it down her throat.
Get away from me!
And you, Missy, shut up and lie still. I'm sending you back out into the swamp to have your bastard, like it or not.
Ashton, drink this. Drink. It'll be over soon, I promise. Drink.
Master be mighty glad you're home, mistress. He's been frightfully worried about you. He has. Seeing as how you've been gone for so long.
Thank you, Clinton.
You know something, don't you?
Nah, he don't know nothing, except how to use a whip.
Justin. I'm sorry I'm late. Clinton said you were worried.
Did you have a nice trip to Charleston, my dear?
Yes.
You said you wanted a shot. What did you buy?
Nothing, I'm afraid. I didn't see anything I liked.
Nothing. Well, I hope you at least had a nice luncheon with your friends from New Orleans, was it? At a hotel?
Yes.
Which hotel?
The Imperial. Remember I told you.
Yes, so you did, my dear. Which is why I spent the day there. From 11 this morning until 4:30 this afternoon. Your friends from New Orleans never appeared at the Imperial dining room, and neither did you. Now, where have you been all day? And who's the man you've been meeting?
You're hurting me.
Or was there more than one? You're always running off, helping the slaves, you tell me. You've been sleeping around the whole county?
I went to Charleston with Mom Sally.
You better tell me the truth if I have to beat it out of you.
Don't you hurt her.
What did you say?
It ain't right you're beating on Miss Madeleine. She ain't done nothing wrong.
Justin, no! It's me you want to hurt, not her.
You're ready for once.
Mom Sally, go, please, go. No.
Get him, Come on.
Justin, no. Please. No. No.
Now, I ask you just one more time. Where were you, and who were you with?
I didn't betray you.
I ask you where you were.
I had a private errand to attend to. There was nothing more than that.
Stop all lying! An answer.
I gave you one. I didn't betray you.
I could beat it out of you.
No.
But I won't. You're supposed to be a lady. And whipping is only for slaves. So I'll wait till you're ready. But you're to stay here in this room until you tell me the truth. Days, weeks, months. It's up to you to
No,
decide.
Justin, don't leave me in here. Please don't leave me in here.
Rot in here for all I care.
Justin, don't leave me in here. Justin. Justin!
Mistress, these are sorry days you're being like this.
Don't be concerned for me, Larry. You'll only suffer for it. How's Mom Sally? She hasn't been to see me.
Mr. Justin, he won't let her. He keeping a close watch on her. Mr. Ori Μέιν and his mama, they come asking about you, and a lot of other folks too. But the master, he say you don't want to see nobody.
I understand. Larry, could you bring me some more water? It's for washing.
Mr. Justin, he say that's all you to get.
Thank you.
I'll be seeing you tomorrow, mistress.
Mom, Sally.
I've come to get you out, child.
Told you I'd kill you. A free nigger won't help you now, slut.
No, no, please, Mr. Shasta, Mr. Shasta.